Having you. It's Thursday the 27th of March. Just got back from work, pretty much. What's the time? 20 past 5. Got back up from work, come up the garden, open the shed, done what I've got to do. I thought something's missing out this pond. Something there, right? Stood there looking, couldn't figure it out. Then come walk back down the garden. Turn away if you don't like this. And then I found that. It's my Jaguar. Obviously it's been flapping about and that's blood all over the place. So, what a fucking great day. That's the Jaguar caught itself on the glass if you remember right, and I put it right, and it's been great ever since. I see no problems with it at all. But for some reason it's ended up on the floor, so I've got to get that in the bin now. Yeah, don't know why. It is what it is. Just means I'm a fish down now. Oh, if anything, I would have thought that gosh gear had come out. You know what I mean? If anything, not the Jag. It's the ship with the smooth aid. We've got to accept it. It's fish keeping. Shows no signs of ill health, nothing like that. And it was up feeding this morning when I went to work. You know it, eh? But there you go. Never mind, if I don't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Catch you later. But yeah, it's Saturday morning, what is it, 29th of March 2025. You should have by now already seen the fish coming out of the pond. Gutted over that, I'm going to be honest. It was a Cuttlebrook Jag, if you remember. I had it from Cuttlebrook Koi Farm. It stayed at Mad Dogs for a while I was finishing the pond off, and it was one of the first fish in the pond then. And then it hit its back, if you remember, on the glass. Managed to get that right, managed to get it lovely again, and it was such a lovely temperamented fish. Come up and feed out your hand. Got it over it if I'm perfectly honest. So I've got to go down Cuttlebrook Koi Farm at some point this year and get another. We had a Boston deal on them, we had the two for, well, we had £100 a piece. Mark did us a deal down there, so never mind. We move on. Today's objective. Thanks to everybody for the last video on the comments of the slabs looking okay. They have gone off alright. I'm all sound. I ain't pointed up or nothing yet. To be honest, I've done nothing in the week. Slab boys anyway. I've done nothing in the week, slab boys, because I've been stiffer than tempered glass. I ain't joking. But today's objective, I'm going to try and get this bottom part done before I start working around the front. So if I can get this part done as well today, and that little bit put in over there, now everything's gone off, I should be happy at that. I've got to try and pick up on some sort of pattern to go down there. It's got to be slightly sloped from that end down to this end, because if you look down here, there's a green pipe. There's a green pipe down there, and that's a drainage pipe which is for water runoff. Now, because I've got no water runoff up here now, I've got to try and get the guttering off this over to this side when I get round to it, and then bring the guttering down here, and I'll bring the guttering across the bottom and just down in the corner here, and then that's got to slightly run off down towards that pipe. The rest will run off down the garden, so I ain't too fussed about that, but that's got to run off. This part especially has got to run off towards that pipe, so I've got to be conscious of what I'm doing with that today. I've got about 2 to 3 inches to drop it over the run. I mean, I can trim that pipe back, that ain't a problem. That can be trimmed right back and then flattened off and level with the slabs when it's done. So that's where I'm going today. Like I said, I ain't done nothing in the week because I ain't joking. Me and graft just don't mix. I'm like a baby when it comes to graft, as you've probably realised. So yeah, before I start getting this front end done, I'm going to try and get that back end done, and then I got to keep traipsing up and down there with sand and cement and whatever else. So I'm going to have to take it in buckets and try and do my best as I can up there. Once that's done up the top, and then I can start going across here. Hopefully I'll have a go at starting this today. I have noticed that that slab there, the last one I put in, is a little bit higher than what I'd have liked it, if I'm honest, probably by about an inch. But I couldn't come much drastically down with that slope, in all fairness. Mad Dog ain't going to get his wheelchair up if I do it anymore, and he keeps on about getting a wheelchair up here. I'd love to know how he's going to get up. Look, first of all, the steps around the front, and then there's two great big steps there, and then there's a step there, but you know what I mean. He's got to buy ramps. But yeah, thanks to everybody once again for the comments last week, much appreciated. I've still got that slither there is to put in there once I get one to start cutting. And as I said, I'm going to crack on with that today, so everything's fine. Them I'm up feeding, name sound. Them, I don't know, they've got flukes. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a PP treatment on them today while I'm working. And then I'm here to keep an eye on them. So I'm going to give them some PP. Try another way of doing the PP. And we'll see how we get on. I mean, they seem a little bit down this morning, if I'm honest. I know we had a frost last night. But what I did notice is when I was trying to find the footage on the camera of that other one jumping out, then I noticed there that was flicking. I've tested the water, the nitrite's okay, the ammonia ain't too bad either. To say we're just starting through spring. So I ain't too fussed about that. I just think we'll do this bit of a regime with the PP, what I've been told about. John Middleton can take the credit for that because he told me about it. And then we'll see how we get on, and then they'll have a dose of detox. So I'm totally going to ruin the water for the weekend, so I ain't going to see much of them anyway. But yeah, I think something needs to take off, because as you can see, them flicking and flashing about, and we're at sort of 12 degrees now. So parasites are active, and the fish call really fight them off. I've took the feed off, the food come off yesterday. When I come from work, I took it off, knowing that I was going to have a go at this today. So there's a bit of crap left on the bottom, if I'm honest. You can't really see it that much anymore, legs. So there's a bit of crap left on the bottom, which has got to be sorted. So I'll get that all took out, and then I'll get some PP in. So I've got loads to do today, so I'll snap back to you when I've done a bit, and I'll show you the progress. There's going to be a lot of cutting, I think, in that little area today. See if I can get away with some of these bigger pieces where I've already got cut, and see if I can reutilise them. Here you go. So I thought the feeder was going off then. I'll catch you all lot in a bit. So it's currently 4 o'clock. I'm knackered. I bet I don't walk again all week. I'll tell you what, last week I was a total wreck. I was alright Saturday and Sunday, but I was a bit stiff Sunday. But after Saturday, you know what I mean? Rain Road, I've had a go, we've had a crack on. It's raining now. It's just started coming down. Well, it's spitting, it's on and off. So I thought, you know what, I ain't doing another mix if it's going to start to rain. And to be fair, I don't need to now. I need to let it go off first. Now, let's show you this. So I've been down here. I've done a bit down here, as you can see. I mean, that was the last slab I put in, and now I've started coming off down here. So I'm going to let them go off. That gives me a walkway then up and down the garden, and then I can just crack on across here. Thing is, so like I said about these bits, I've got little bits together now, but you know what, I ain't bothered. If I'm honest, it's two different types of slabs, so there's a dividing line. So it is what it is. I mean, that's going to pretty much go to nothing anyway down here, so that ain't an issue. Then look at the state of the water. As I said, they've had PP all day long. These have some hydrogen peroxide going in a minute. Don't do what I do. You've been told. So yeah, they've had PP. They've been going through it all day long. Hopefully, should have knocked some flukes back with a bit of luck. It's like bolting the door when the osses bolted, though, eh? Or locking the door when the osses bolted, if that's right. I don't know. Old sayings. You know, Jaguar jumped. Obviously, I noticed how much flicking they was doing, as I said. But there you go. So it's still raining. As long as it don't hammer it down, I ain't too bothered. So I've got that done. And I've also got the top done as well now. Here's my drain. That's my drain there. As you can see, I've overcut on that slab like a nonce. There you go. All the bits and cutting. It's just a case of getting the dry stuff in, you know what I mean. Once the dry stuff's in, it should be alright. I did mess up, and I will point it out because I know somebody else is going to. When I laid these, what I should have done on the bottom level is start at this side and work towards the filter house. I work from the filter house and I come across, which means the joints, they'll run in line. So the joints that way, they'll run in line, if you can imagine what I'm saying, and them they'll run in line either. But you know what, it's my garden. If anybody wants to moan about my garden, they can come and moan to me, because I don't care. It is what it is. So there you go. But it's done, you know what I mean. It's like I said, if I was a slabber, it'd be better, wouldn't it? Got some, I don't want to put some slithers or just point it up down the edge. Probably just brush the stuff in what I've got to do. But it's a lot better than it was, as I'm sure you'd agree. Just got that bit to do now. Go across here. That's roughly 12 foot by 6 area, what I've got to do now. And then there's the pad where the shed's going. But as long as I can just get a few on there, even if I've got a crazy pave, that I don't care, because the shed's going on it. So I'm going to get these sorted out, because I've had all the stuff now and it's pretty much spent, and I've handled it well, in all fairness. So I'll get these sorted out, and that'll be it for today, I think. So thanks for sticking with me once again. Thanks for all the nice comments on the last one. Slabs look good and good enough for me. So really appreciate all the nice comments on the last video. These have been feeding all day long, greedy buggers. These are sound in here. There's no problem whatsoever. There's one in here which is the Deutz, and it's just coming past now. It's like the one in the main pond. It's just got a blob of bloody carp pox on its head. You know what I mean? And at 22 degrees, you wouldn't expect it to have carp pox, would you? But I mean, they've been fed, I don't know, 15 minutes ago. No, just over 5 minutes ago actually. They was fed at 4 o'clock, and it's now 4 minutes past 4, and I'm still looking for food. They're coming on well. I think it did me a favour when I thinned them out, to be fair. But happy days. As I said, I'm going to crack on, and I'll catch you all lot in a bit. There you go. It's pretty much been, I don't know, 10 minutes since I last spoke to you, and I put the hydrogen in. As you can see, it's clearing up now. Fish have all come through it well. I've got to clean the window. There's all sorts over the window. What I'll do, the only thing I hate about PP, you know, is this crappy, horrible brown slime. It leaves around the pond. It'll go after a couple of days, but it's violate. As you can see, I've had extra air going in as well. But yeah, they've come through it well. I seem okay. I basically spread the doses out over the day. I know John Middleton advised me to do it because he's recently done it and eradicated flukes almost. The only one which is struggling a little bit, which I documented on the last video, is the Atsuri, which is my show and grow from Mad Dog. Hopefully it'll be alright, but it's just struggling a bit. I never have any luck with a bloody Atsuri anyway, so wouldn't surprise me if I lose her. But other than that, everything else seems to be okay, he says. I'll probably give him a scrape tomorrow just to see if there's anything on him, and we'll take it from there. Hopefully not. I might even do it again midweek, around about Wednesday, and see if we can totally eradicate them, because I wouldn't have thought this eradicated them this time. Don't do what I do. Telling ya, told ya, in a bit, eh? Having ya. Sunday morning, 20 to 8. Clocks have gone forward, that's why I'm up so early. Just ventured up the garden, just to make sure that the rain didn't wreck everything last night. It wore heavy rain, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is dry now, so everything looks to be okay. Joints are still wet, as you'd expect. Everything seems to be alright. So yeah, fresh pair of eyes, don't look too bad. I know slightly on the skew compared to them. So you got these coming that way, and then sort of straight across. You know what, it is what it is. They've been working down here now today. It's Mother's Day as well, so I've got to go over and see my mother and take her present and card. So I'm hoping to get half of this done at least today, because we've got a party to go to tonight as well. So I'm hoping to get at least midway if I can. So we'll see. If I can't, then I can't. But to be fair, there's probably a day's graft left on this at this part, and then once this has gone off, we can crack on with where the shed's got to go. Then I'm looking superb this morning. I've just been up here 5 minutes just watching them, and there's no flicking and flashing. So hopefully that's put a bit of a kibosh on whatever's irritating them. I'm up looking for food. I'm ravenous at the minute, which is good. So I'll get them a bit of food in, and we'll see how they go. So thanks for joining me on this slabbing lark. Tay good, is it? Cup of tea. Cups I'm available as well if anybody wants to do cup swaps. They're not the black uns. This is Mark 2, I think, this one. But I've got some white uns, which are nice, 2 colour. So I've got some cups available if anybody wants to do any swaps. I'll still have a couple out. I know, Nick, if you're watching this, I know how you want, mate. So I've got it, don't worry. It's too idle to bloody post it. And also Brendan, I've got yours as well, pal. You know what I'm like. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself ready, get some stuff sorted, and get ready to. Well, I'm gonna do another mix at least, another one, and we'll see how far we get with that before time creeps up on us. Because as I said, we went to a birthday party this afternoon, so I got all day today. Which is a shame really, because I would like to have got it finished. At least this bottom level, I'd like to have got that done today. And then I can see what I've got left then for where the shed's got to go. And try on the shed part, I'm going to try and face up on the front as well. I ain't too fussed about where the filter house is, I can just paint that bit of wall. But that ain't an issue. So happy days, right then. I'm going to get me tie down, mate. I'm going to get these fed. I'm going to give these some hoops, I think. Some multi-grain hoops. Actually, I'll show you that, because I know not everybody knows about these. Just a bit of a treat for the fish. Let's get in here. Whew. Then there was light. So I'm in here. Anybody who shops at Aldi will know what these are. About 80 pence a box. Let's get the lid off. About 80 pence a box, and the fish absolutely love them. So if you want to give fish a treat, you know, it's always nice to give them a few hoops. I'll see him in a second. I proved me bloody wrong now, but they normally smash them. There you go, they're up after them already. Look. The camera's a bit blurred. There you go, multi-grain hoops. I'll get them some as well in the sleepers one in a bit. There you go. So if I get them hoops before, try them. Don't give them regular, but as a treat every now and again. They love them. Hoops, mealworms, and believe it or not, Rice Krispies and boiled rice. Boiled rice as well, they'll eat that. They'll give them fried rice because it leaves a bloody oil slick on the top of the pond. But boiled rice they'll have. Pearl barley, boiled pearl barley, they'll like that as well. Bit of garlic in that. You know, if you're just used to giving your fish pellets, try them with different stuff. I love it. Right then, I'll catch you in a bit. So it's around about 1:15. And I've got to get neck now because I've got to go to a party this afternoon, and it's perfect weather as well. But I've had a stab at it again. A lot of cutting, a lot of messing about, a lot of faffing. I also had to pop out to my mother's because it's Mother's Day as well today, so I had to go there as well. I think my camera's a little bit dusty. Oh, God knows what happened there. But yeah, I've had a go at it. It's ain't fully done. There's still a fair bit to do, including the slab where the shed is. But I've got to come to a stop now because I ain't doing another mix because I've got to go out. It's getting there though. So as you can see, we've laid basically from here across all the cuts across the pond. A couple of miss cuts where I'm still there. In general, it ain't too bad. I think I've got more than enough slabs, so it is what it is. I mean, it looks a lot better than what it did. Obviously the pond wall's still got to be done. I know people have questioned me as to am I rendering the wall. I really don't know what I'm doing with it yet, if I'm perfectly honest. So I'll decide when I get to it. But yeah, I can cover the slabs when that day comes. So that's all done. These have gone off from yesterday, and so have these up here. They've gone off as well. I ain't walked on them yet, but they have gone off. Tell a lie, I have walked on the 3x2. So yeah, everything's looking fairly good. Like I said, it ain't perfect, but what is? You know what I mean? Everybody wants to pick a fault, they can pick a fault, I ain't bothered. Because it is what it is. That's especially for Yorkie, that is. So there you go. So I'm left with, I don't know, might put a 2v1 across here and then a 2v2. Patching down here, these little bits down here. Patch all that in down there, and then I'm on the slab. The mixer's going to have to come onto these slabs where I'm stood, just so as I can get over there. I don't know if you can see that because it's in the shade. So yeah, there ain't that much to do, to be fair. There ain't that much to do, but I might have a crack at it in the week. See how the weather is, because now the clocks have gone back. Or forward, have they? Forward. Oh, now the clocks have gone forward. We've got an extra hour daylight, so it should be good. So there you go. That's this weekend's happenings. I mean, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but of course I'll just take it week by week now and just upload as to what I've got. One thing I did mean, I know somebody's already asked me about it, but there's a 40-year shower there where I'm going to use. That'll be up for sale soon. But I've got to check with the person who asked me about it to see if he still wants it or not. But anyway, there you go. That glass, I'm never going to get that carry. It's there to be. I've even got it on my bloody tops as well, and I can't wash them off because otherwise it's going to knacker all that. So there you go. It's just a bit clean up at the end of it, eh? It's just never ending. And then I can start down this side, down this end. I mean, all this slabs, the stuff's starting to come up in the middle of it now, so I think I'm probably going to have to end up having to grind the whole lot out and repoint it as well. I know what's going to happen as soon as I do that lot. As soon as I do that, this is going to undo. Yeah, look, you can see where it's coming out, look. It's only bits and pieces, but it all needs redoing again. And then there's that. Now I can't stand that. I hate that. That block paving. All that happens is just weeds growing it all the time. The grass has got to come up and be replaced. All that's got to be done when that's clear. So I should work down the garden. I'm sure I've documented all this before. There you go. Somebody asked me to touch on the bonsais. I don't know if that was taking the mick or not, but there you go. Little larch, cascade larch. Here's the cherry, the Fujimono. Just coming into flower now. It's a little bit behind this year for some reason. The other cherries are more flowered, but this one's a little bit behind to what the others was. I have cleaned all the grass and crap out. It really needs to go in another pot, in all fairness. Yeah, another little larch. Yeah, it's no good touching on the bonsais now, is it? I ain't got that many, to be fair. Well, I've got a few dotted about. I mean, that's a larch there. That's coming out lovely now, Japanese larch. I've got a thing for larch, I really have. Larch and white pines. Oh, and these. Now I repotted this the other day and they sulk when you repot them. That's a blue cedar. I repotted it the other day though, so it's just a work in progress, that is. So, well, about a fortnight I repotted it, a fortnight ago, but it's sulking a bit now, so it'll drop a lot of needles and then it'll all hopefully all come back. Maples are starting to come. This is my favourite tree. I'll show you why in a couple of weeks time when it's all out in bloom. Hawthorn. All the stuff down there, there's stuff everywhere. I've got to sort it out. That's a maple, that's starting to come now. I was a bit worried about this one, that it was going to come, because I did chop the trunk off there. So I was a bit worried about that one, but it is starting to come now. That's a wisteria, that one there. A couple more maples here, what I picked up for a bargain price. I think there was 2 for 20 quid. Bought that one a few weeks ago. White pine. So as you can see, the other Fuji cherries and name in bloom, name in blossom, pink and white. There's another one over there which I think it's in the shade too much. You know, doing no good. I don't know if you can hear me over the wind. I do apologise. Not as I can do anything about it. A couple of pine there, Mugo. Again, just to play about tree that was. I don't even know what's going to happen with it yet, to be quite honest. And then I got me the other one which I played about with this year, the juniper. So yeah, I've got a nice big hawthorn up the top, which I collected. That's all starting to come now. That's a full scarlet hawthorn there. That comes out with pink flowers. One of my favourites. I had one years ago and get it the mother-in-law, and you should see it now, it's glorious. I put it in the garden, it's glorious. Here's the other hawthorn, look. This one, basically it was 12 foot tall. I cut it off, stuck it in a bucket, and look at it. It's coming all the way down the trunk. But what I wanted, obviously with bonsai, is this gnarly bark. It just makes the tree look old. But this is coming all the way up and all the way down, all around it. So obviously we'll let that go wild for a year or two, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm glad to see that coming. This is a nice acer as well. I ain't sure what the name of it is. It's a lovely dark crimson red leaf. I ought to really keep the labels for them, but I'll put it in here, or I keep the label, so I don't know. A couple of air pumps on, still on from yesterday. These are more sound. They've come through that PP treatment lovely. They really have. They look great. There's my old white pine over there. I've had that for, God, how long have I had that now? Probably 30 years now I've had that. I had that from Beechwood Bonsai in Starbridge, what used to be. It's there now. Yeah, and as I've said, that's the full scarlet. So I've got trees all over the place. In all fairness, I've got a load in there as well. I've got a little Ilex crenata. That's an Ilex, the one with the broom against it. So that's an Ilex, and then I've got a little Ilex in here. There's a hemlock in there. I always wanted an hemlock, and I'll pull that up. But I don't know if it's going to live or die. I think the top branches have already died. There's a load of cuttings in there in that white basket off maples, and then a load of cuttings here off the larch. Little Christmas tree, if you like, down there. Daphne, I'm doing well, just for Pete. Just for Pete, we'll have a look at these. There was loads on them yesterday. Water's green now, you can't see a lot. But they're going to be doing well in there, them Daphne. Just for Pete, that is. Pete, I'll teach you more about them when I see you. Another hawthorn, I bought this one. This one had actually got a label on. He wanted 225 quid for it. I think I paid 40 quid. So That's another hawthorn there, just throwed in a pot. And then I've got a couple of maples down here. And then I've got plenty of rubbish all over the garden, just to obscure the view, you know what I mean? We bought this a few weeks ago, well, Vic did. I bought that a few weeks ago, don't know what it is, if I'm honest, so if anybody can identify that plant. I thought it was some sort of azalea. If anybody can identify it, let me know, because I ain't got a clue what it is. There's an azalea down there, a cascade one, which has had for years and has just letting its bit of crap. I can't really get at it at the minute. You'll see a load of maple cuttings down there in that bag of sphagnum moss. I just stuck them in. Look at them, and better than the ones where I'm stuck in the dirt. Another couple of maples there. Fuck God, we've got trees everywhere, haven't we? Another hawthorn, another one I collected, this one. Nice bendy trunk. As you can see, that's coming out all over the place as well. And that's about it, I think. There's probably other stuff I showed you. This is nice when it comes. It comes with like these brown ends, what you can see now. They come pink. It starts off with pink ends. It's like 3 different colours, this tree is. So I would have thought it would have started coming out properly by now, but nothing yet. Pine cones on it. They start off pink and then turn brown. That's my forest down there. So there you go. I do apologise if you ain't to your trees and stuff, but somebody did ask me just to have a quick walk through them. So why not? Sleeper Pond's doing great, Main Pond's doing great, everything else is sound. So I'm going to leave you at that. Sorry about cutting my head off again. And I'll probably catch you at some point in the week or next week. Keep looking at a pond, you don't take the same without that jug. Really, eh? That jug was lovely. Cuttlebrook jug. Let's go down Cuttlebrook now and buy another, eh? Catch you in a bit, eh?